Howdy doody everybody, my name is KevGuuey and welcome back to Sorcery Jokers. Alright, I'll show you what I've got. When I parted with Akano-san, I felt a firm sense of purpose. I was certain of it. But by the time I'd left the premises, my interest had waned so much that I'd lost the feeling completely. Well, that was fast. Maybe I was just feeling an inexplicable stubbornness toward Akano-san, like a child in puberty might direct toward their parents. You're not interested in anything that doesn't have to do with you. If someone told me that, I'm sure I would deny it. But still, in the end, I guess I'm a bird, just an observer who flies through the sky and looks down over the world below. I mean, if you're able to jump from building to building, that is awesome. Akano-san's judgment was correct, for the most part. Huh. After morning classes ended, I went behind the school building like usual. There are hardly any other students strange enough to hang out back here, which is precisely why I like the location. I headed to the grass to do some reading under a tree like I always do. A white cat zipped past me. Wait, what? White cat? Wasn't it a black cat? If it had been a black cat, that would have been a sign of bad luck. So, since it was a white cat, is good luck headed my way? What? What? Rudo saw a black cat. She sees a white cat. I'm confused now. This is very confusing. While I was contemplating that, I heard a voice behind me, though I had thought no one was there. Oh. Oh, okay, never mind. When I turned around, I found a girl I'd never met before standing there, her posture is confident. I looked around, but we were the only people in the area, so she must have been talking to me. The unfamiliar girl, not that I have many acquaintances in the first place, proceeded without waiting for my input. Huh? I hold no interest in my surroundings. That's my basic stance here at the academy, so I avoid interacting with people as much as I can. But something about the girl in front of me brooked no dissent. She had a decisiveness and a strong will that didn't match her small frame. Well, however you would describe it, I doubt I would ever have anything to do with her. Well, you are probably super duper wrong. Even if that cat was on the run from an evil organization, this girl was a hired killer under their command. It wouldn't have anything to do with me. So I told her where the cat had gone without hiding anything. What? The assassin? No. That's all just my imagination, of course. The girl looking for the cat ran off in the direction that I'd indicated without even thanking me. Wait, so if it was a black cat that came by, the girl who knew the truth about the matter had already disappeared. I wasn't that interested in the first place though, so I headed into the grass and sat down under a tree. I removed my smartphone from my pocket and opened up the ebook I was partway through. It was about the king of a country, being led astray by a witch and eventually getting killed by the people he'd angered. I know how it ends because I read it several times already, but I didn't care what I was reading since I was only here to kill time anyway. Oh, there it is, the black cat. I looked up at the sound to see a black cat staring at me. The black cat started grooming itself without responding to my question. I looked back at my phone once again, sensing some eyes on me. I looked up once more to find the black cat staring my way again. Aww. I smiled at the cat, confident in my victory, which is when I realized I was being more talkative with this cat than I ever would with another person. Really? I worried for a moment that I'd taken a step into weirdo territory at some point without noticing, then I realized I didn't care and stopped thinking about it. It's true that cats are easier to talk to than people, since you don't have to concern yourself with how they're thinking about you. Wow, that's actually pretty true. I mean, to talk to like animals and everything. Because people are People are afraid of what other people think. A lot of the times.
はいはい。わかりましたよ。
Cat remained where it was, still meowing at me, so it must have wanted me to move at all costs. This place doesn't suit my needs unless it's somewhere quiet where no one will bother me. I gave in and started to stand up, ceding the spot to the cat. But perhaps started by my movement, the black cat suddenly sped off into the grass. Oh.
あなたがそれでいいならいいですけど。
I thought I'd get back to my reading now that the intruder was gone, but I still sensed someone on the other side of the bushes.
まったく。逃げるのか逃げないのか、はっきりしてくれませんか。
Aww. I couldn't see it, but the bushes were rustling, so I was sure it was there. The rustling grew louder and closer. And finally the bushes parted and a black-haired head poked out of them. Oh, that's, not creepy. But unlike before, this face wasn't covered in fur, and it was staring blankly over at me, looking rather dim-witted. Wait, behind the bushes? Like a tall bush? Like, was it that tall that you can't, see over it? I couldn't take my eyes off that face. I didn't normally remember people's faces, especially people I haven't taken a particular interest in. But I remembered this face. It was the same face I'd seen last night, collapsed on the ground and covered in blood. I was surprised to see him alive at first, but then I quickly grew suspicious. I'm loath to admit it, but let's say I jumped to conclusions and he hadn't actually died. If so, he still couldn't possibly be here. Even if he miraculously survived, he never could have come to the academy not a day later without a single wound on him. Yes, that's the thing I was thinking about. Like, are you serious? All that blood and everything? There's no way. Something's going on.
あなたが。
I paused for a moment, uneasy about continuing, though, something seemed to be forcing me to do so. I had no choice but to say the words in order to accept that was before me as reality.
あなたがここにいる理由を私は知りたい。
The words came from deep in my heart, honest and without adornment. Of course he can't possibly be here, since last night he was hit by a car and should have suffered fatal wounds. I waited for the answer to my question. But what came from his mouth wasn't an answer at all, it was a completely worthless line.
それが僕の役目だからかな。
Why can't his voice just talk when I'm controlling him? As I looked at him, trying to conceal his embarrassment before me, I realized the source of the uneasiness I felt before. I felt a stirring in my heart, movement in a part of me I thought had gone numb. The only problem is that it was born out of annoyance. If he was actually serious and went on to say he'd crawled back up out of hell in order to meet me, how exactly would I reply to that? Well, I mean, if someone crawled back out, out of hell to meet someone, that's some true love right there. Should I just apologize and tell him I'm not the wonderful person he must think I am? I smiled a little, thinking I couldn't exactly say anything about him when I had these fantasies going through my head. What, you have a great imagination. Ooh. Alright, we're okay, good, because I want to find out. Oh, yes. Oh, look at all this. Alright, let's go. 6 of clubs. We're in Haruto's route now. Side by Haruto. I'm not like Akatsuki. I'm not very good at being tactful. I usually can't think of anything to say, and even when the lines are supplied for me like this, I hesitate to say them. I won't deny that I was a little caught up in the moment, but it's also true that I needed a little courage too. And as a result, I saw the girl's face clouding with not only bewilderment, but a little bit of resentment too. What, was that wrong? She didn't deny or rebuke me, but I sensed a distinct pressure directed at me through her gaze. I'm not sure why, but she was clearly wary of me.
ここに何をしに来たんですか?
Well, I mean, to see you? I'm looking for a girl. Physically she's small, but she somehow leaves a pretty big impression. I'm sorry that's not very helpful, is it? Her name is Riku Asahi. Have you seen her around here? I realized I should have started with her name. Riku Asahi is a pretty well-known name on campus, and only giving this girl my own impression will just confuse her. Did I do something to offend you? If so, I'll apologize. Her expression hadn't changed since asking her where Rakudo-san was. Wariness and dismissal, they emanated from her as if she had no intent at all to hide them. Though I was the one who'd suddenly spoken to her, so I could understand if she thought I was being a nuisance. It seemed to me, though, that there was something else in her eyes that couldn't be explained that easily. Sorry for disturbing you.
陸道朝日という名前に心当たりはありません。
I'd half given up on getting my answer to my question, so I was a little surprised by her response.
ですがさっきここにいた人はあなたが探している人なのかもしれません。
The girl who was just here a minute ago might be who you're looking for. Huh? Really? Do you know where she went? The girl pointed at a corner that led around the back of the school. The hole in the school wall should be around there.
猫を探しているようでした。
She seems to be looking for a cat. A cat? I wonder if it's the one I just saw.
いいえ、彼女が言うには汚れのない純白の猫だそうです。
No, she mentioned a cat that was white as snow with no impurities. Ah, no impurities? White as snow with no impurities?
私に言われても困ります。そう言ったのは私じゃないですから。
Don't ask me to explain, they weren't my words. Now that you mention it, that does seem like something Rakudo-san might say.
そういえば、教会に行くと言ってました。
Actually, she mentioned going to a church. A church? Why there? No answer, I guess she doesn't know anymore, though there probably aren't too many people who can understand Rakudo Asahi's thought process anyway. Actually, I haven't met one yet. Thanks for your help, I'm sorry for bothering you.
一つだけ。
Oh? Huh? One thing? Well, one thing. You'll find out in the next episode of Sorcery Jokers, everybody. Okay, so, something's going on here. No impurities? Well, we'll find out in the next episode what is happening. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, then please slime that like button and subscribe down below for more awesome videos. Thank you everybody for watching this episode, and you will hear me in the next one. Goodbye!